What's up, my friends? Chris back. Today, we're going to be talking about The Nun 2 from 2023, directed by Michael Chavez, starring Thaisa Farmiga, which would be Vera Farmiga's sister. She's been in The First Nun and she was in the movie Valley of Violence. Um, she's been in a few other things. She's the younger sister of Vera. Uh, and she's decent, I guess, as an actress. I've seen her in a couple things. It also stars Storm Reed. Um, she's been in Suicide Squad, The Invisible Man, 12 Years a Slave, and she's the lead in Missing. Uh, Also, it stars Bonnie Aarons, which is the nun herself. She stars as Valak and the nun, and she's been in, of course, the Nun series. She's been in The Conjuring, Drag Me to Hell, Mulholland Drive, just to name a few things that Miss Aarons has been in and shown her talent. Now, I remember when I don't remember which Conjuring movie it was, but The Conjuring, I think it was The Conjuring, where the nun was first introduced, where Valak was first introduced to us, the audience. And man, that was one scary ass painting that came to life with the nun with the sharp teeth and the sunken eyes. Just she looked super terrifying, right? But the thing is, she's a demon. She takes on the form of the nun to jack with our minds and whatnot. But she's the demon Valak. Um, so we have the first movie. We're watching it. The first movie I was excited to see because I was like, that chick was scary. I bet if they do a movie about her, it's gonna be just freaking terrifying. No, it was one of the most boring, contrived pieces of shit I've ever seen. It was a terrible movie. I would be, if I was the director, or hell, even the producer, mainly the producer, I'd be ashamed to have my name on this film. You know what I mean? On the first Nun. So I hated the first Nun. Thought it was stupid, right? Then the Nun 2 comes out. How it got a sequel, I don't know. They're cheap to make, I guess. Horror movies are cheap to make, and people will always watch them. Uh, the Nun 2, I hear everybody telling me, oh man, it's better than the first one. It's better than the first one. You're gonna like it more. You're gonna like it more than the first one. It's got better, writing, better story, a little more action. Horseshit. It's not better than the first one. It is terrible. It is. I mean, sure, it's got, I guess, more character development than the first one, but it is one of the most boring ass films I've ever seen. I mean, nothing happens. I'm sitting there watching. It dropped on what Max like last weekend. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm just like watching two nuns try to figure out their life. I don't know. And then there's this guy who gets possessed by the demon. He's like I don't know. He seems to me like he's kind of weird and creepy because he likes to be around little girls in the nunnery and like talk to them and almost felt like grooming in a way. It was weird. And he gets possessed. And then, we go for an hour and X amount of minutes before we even see the actual nun. Where's the nun? In the Nun 2. Nowhere. It's this weird, creepy dude having CGI black veins on his face going, "Ugh." No, that's stupid. There was no point in even calling it the Nun. I mean, sure, it has a few good scenes of some graphic imagery, like a priest getting set on fire in the crucifix position, and that kind of stuff. But as a whole, the movie did nothing. I mean, sure, it picked up from the second one or from the first one. We have we have the same chick, Farmiga's character from the first one. She's trying to figure out her way in life and figure out how she's going to, you know, I guess be a good nun. But then she gets, you know, wrapped up in all this silly nonsense. I couldn't get into it, guys. I mean, you couldn't pay me 15 cents of Korean currency to watch this again. It's just, I mean, it was terrible. It was, you couldn't, I mean, you literally sit there and watch the movie for like an hour and 15 minutes, and you got like the last 20 or 30 minutes, and that's when things actually start kicking off. Before that, you're just listening to these kids and these little nun girls and all that, and they're not even really talking about the possession. They're talking about their life and their sorrows and all this kind of stuff. I just, for the people that were like, oh man, it's so much better than the first one, it's good, you're gonna like it. The first one I gave 2 stars. This one I'm gonna give 2 stars as well, because it wasn't good. It was still just as boring, contrived, and stupid as the first Nun. They have a character that they could make insanely scary, terrifying, if she was done properly. Stop focusing on the demon, or different, I guess, different aspects of the demon, and focus on the demon being the damn nun. That's what we paid to see, was the demon being the nun, coming out of the shadows, scaring people and sucking souls. That's what we paid to see. We don't pay to watch a creepy dude groom a bunch of little girls and then 2 nuns try to take on him while he's possessed by a demon that should have looked like a nun to begin with. Piss on this movie. Don't waste your time. It's streaming on Max. I mean, if you're a fan of the first one, sure, go waste your time watching this. But if you didn't like the first one, don't wait. Don't even bother with this. Don't bother with this movie. It's an asinine addition to something that should have been nipped in the bud after the first film. If you can't make it scary or make it at least interesting, don't freaking make it. Anyway, 2 stars. HBO Max, or streaming on Max if you want to watch it. I guess it's on HBO too. That's it. Screw the Nun 2. If you guys want to get connected with more of my content, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then, hop on over to Facebook and join up on the Facebook group at Cinema Dolce. And then hop over to TikTok and join, follow me over there, Cinema Dolce. And as always, guys, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Respond in the comments to some stuff. Y'all start some conversations. Anyway, I love you. Peace out. Have a great day, guys.